Okay. There it is. Boom. Technical difficulties averted. We are back. We're live. There we go. Can't have a good live show without technical difficulties, right? All right. Now, it's not a good live show without technical difficulties. Anyways, I'm your man, Trevor here for RSG. And you got man over here, too, sitting here. And we have an episode today mainly talking about just your normal life crap like always. Things that we've come across. And I think that the big topic I just have to point out is I'm going to have surgery at some point of this year. That's later on down the line. So we tried 2 weeks in a row having some internet issues, and luckily I think we finally got back now. Is everything working on your end?
Seems to be.
All right, seems to be working on this end too. Perfect. Okay, so I looked into trying to get that motorcycle license, and I don't know. It's like they kind of did away with that whole thing where you get the bike, like the week bike and all that, and it's like a whole package. Now it's kind of like you need to have your own shit, and it's like, damn. So that kind of sucks. Um, so yeah, I am actually booking my tickets for the whole flight thing coming out there. And the thing I'm still hung up on is I have to find a place to stay that is reasonably priced. So that's that. Uh, Other than that, I think that's really all that I've really got an issue with. I know where I'm staying in Vegas, which is going to be the Rio. I'm staying with my mother in the Rio. So yeah, I've got that all covered. How's the bike been treating you?
So far, so good.
That's good. Let me see. I don't know why that was so low on my end. There we are. Let's turn that back up. Okay, good. So yeah, you said so far so good. Well, yeah, that's what I'd hope for. I'd hope for no dumping of the bikes or anything of that nature was going on. Um, have you been messing around mainly with the bike, or are you still whipping around in the Mara?
No, I just drive all three equally, really.
Okay, okay. What did I just see the other day? Um, okay. I gotta ask when it comes to truck tires, right? Are you a looks person on those, or are you a realistic person on those?
I go for whatever is going to work.
So you're a realistic person on those. Because I'll tell you, I find it hilarious. People trying to, oh man, these things don't fill the wheel well, and it's like, for one, people don't realize, like, you have more rolling resistance to a degree when you got bigger tires. And then, man, how do you drive down the road with some shit that you can hear literally someone like coming down the road from like a good distance because their damn tires are so wet? How do you drive with that just so your shit looks better?
Or if it does.
If it does in the first place, right? To you, it looks better. I'm gonna have a lot of yawns going. I'm quite tired today. Didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I hate when that happens. I get horrible acid reflux and it just keeps waking me up multiple times. So, forgive me if I'm yawning quite a bit. I actually uh, surprised I'm not just completely passed out right now. How's the heat going around where you live? Because the heat is fucked here.
It was 105 on Thursday. And then it was, 82 today.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Ouch. 105. Well, we're getting our nine. I think today was our hot day. But see, it was dry out there. I bet it was dry. It was nice and dry heat, wasn't it?
It was miserable.
But was it dry heat or was it humid?
It's always dry heat here.
Okay. You say that. You say that's miserable. You say that's miserable. I want to just put you in the 97 degrees here at the humidity. I think.
Or going through Atlanta and Florida or any of that. I've been all through it. more than once. I know how it is.
Humidity sucks balls, doesn't it?
I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think like 50% wouldn't be too bad. But it is what it is.
You know, it's funny how much even on a cool day, humidity can really zap you. You know, with all the riding I do now, humidity, man, that is that one thing. No matter what the temperature is, it just zaps the shit out of you. I mean, you would think, right, with more water in the air, that you would retain more water, right? Wouldn't that make more sense? That with more water in the air, you just retain more water.
I think with more water in the air, it's probably wicking out moisture from your body, so you probably wouldn't retain as much.
Oh, you think so? Oh, okay. It's a I don't know what that was. I don't know who the wave was for. I I don't think you were hitting anything. Oh, okay. Okay. So it's just like I didn't know. I guess I guess it would. It's one of those things. I guess it would wick the air maybe like away from you because it's wet. Maybe the more water outside is drawing it out of your body. I guess so. I guess that makes sense. But man, how miserable it just makes the ride. And I mean, I you can take a sweet day that could easily be a 15-mile day, 20-mile day, and drop that down to 10 miles. I mean, holy shit. Thinking about miles, I have a guy that I go to work with. He would bike all the way from Yonkers, all the way to New York, or I mean to Yonkers, all the way to Seaside. That was his trip. Now you could take the Henry Hudson Parkway. It has a bike route, like a bike path the entire way. But he took a way through like the city, and a hot dog cart pulled out in front of him, like hot dog cart pulled out in front of him, and he's clipped into his pedals. He's flying along. Well, he went down, broke his hand, frickin' scraped up everything. Holy shit! And you know what's funny? I was actually watching. There's a guy, Seth's Bike Hacks, that I watch, and he was actually saying how he stopped riding on roads because he eventually realized he was riding on one big sheet of sandpaper. Does that make sense? I think I hope I'm not losing you. Yep. I think I am. Son of a bitch. Hold on. Am I losing you on my end? No. My signal's clean as shit. What in the hell, man? See, this is what makes it so tough. For those who are out there watching and trying to figure out why OTC doesn't happen sometimes, trying to do shit with these internet provider connections just sucks. But anyways, yeah, it just sounds like a bunch of.
It's gotta be.
And see, it's not coming through. I either hear you with wind or it just I don't know what the hell's going on. I don't know what the hell. You know, I'm afraid like if we use something like TeamSpeak, our our syncing will be so far off, and that's what I'm worried about. You know what I'm saying? So
You have to look into something different from what we're using right now because it seems to be failing over and over and over.
yeah, it's failing horribly, and as much as it works for the layout, it's just not doing it. And I mean, the way the call starts off and everything, it doesn't seem like there'd be an issue, but it's constantly becoming an issue. So we need to look into a completely different service. Luckily, it's just me and you. So, also, that that's actually a big announcement. I should probably bring into this. Gonna give it a second on that. What were we just saying? What were we just talking about?
It's bad. I can't remember. It's bad.
No, I know. We're both tired. So, anyways, here's something. It's the biking. So, yeah, he realized you're riding on one big sheet of sandpaper. So, I guess I see that now. I'm still not pushing the limits I can, so I'm just afraid like I might hurt myself. So hopefully I don't hurt myself this season. Um, I'll keep everything. Uh, I'll keep everything not so crazy. So I have a lot of exploring I want to do. I want to go to Mountain Creek Bike Park. That's some adventures. I want to go to Six Flags. Uh, I wanted to get a 360 camera, but I don't think that's gonna happen. Uh, that's the main stuff. I have a video I'm coming out with that I'm gonna start editing. I think tonight or tomorrow. On the bike repair stand I bought. Tell you what, man, $42. I'll tell anyone. You know what our generation needs to start doing again. Not our generation, but the people of this generation, the age now, needs to start working on shit again, doing their own shit again. It's cool. We're in an age where there's a lot of DIY videos, and yes, there's some people that are inclined to actually build things and do things for themselves and on their own. But a majority of people these days, I mean, they can't change tires on a car. It's the most simplest shit. You'd be surprised if you can get someone to hang a fucking towel rack holder, a towel rack up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So, I say, $42. It's there's you can get a nicer stand for about 130, but for $42 you can get a stand that'll do everything you need. And I'm gonna show people that, and it's really important to be able to. People don't understand the importance of knowing your thing. Like a great example, the people I ride with on Tuesdays, you typically, they're always, oh man, I gotta bring my bike back to the shop to do. I gotta bring my bike. I mean, not constantly, but when they do have to bring it back to the shop, they have to bring it to the shop. You know what's funny? You know what I don't have to do? Bring my bike to the shop. It, I know what I'm doing, and if I don't know what I'm doing yet, I'll learn it. It's not that hard, and just gotta keep track of shit. First comes to worst, you just kind of read your owner's manual and stuff, and you'll have to do things the hard way. Or if you're smart, when you take, like, for instance, the handlebar, like the forks out, and you pull all this shit, the bearings, take it out, put it in an order of the way it came the fuck out. That's the kind of shit you need to just be aware of. Other than that, man, once you get all the tools, I mean, you don't really need anything else, and there's not tons of tools to get. So really, I really try to hope and get people to build shit. And that's a lot of things I like to do. That's a lot of a big part of the channel. I want to encourage people to start doing things themselves, not just go ahead and buy it just because it does it. Or buy something that helps them do it. Don't just always pick the easy way, because like I said, it's really nice to know the workings of things. If let's say you knew how to work on your motorcycle, your engine. Let's say you knew everything about that inside and out, axles and all, which maybe you do. Wouldn't it be great that if something goes wrong, hey, that's probably X. You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you could say to yourself right there, can I fix X right at this moment? Or do I need to get home to fix X at this moment? Or can I even fix X myself? On a bike, luckily, it's not that hard. The only thing I refuse to do on a mountain, on a bicycle, is truing the wheels. That's not because I can't do it. I just don't have the fucking patience to tighten, loosen, tighten, loosen, tighten, loosen, tighten, loosen. I just don't have the fucking patience. But for $42, if you can start working on your own shit, you know how much it costs for you to get a simple tune-up at a bike shop? You're talking, I think it's $69, $60, something like that. Yeah, maybe you'll get a cheap deal with a bike shop that you're cool with, and they give it to you for $45. I didn't even spend that on the fucking stand. So what? You took a little extra time to do it yourself. Now some shit actually happens out on the trail. You did it yourself already and know how to fix it. I'll tell you right now. Good example. I have one of my earlier videos I did where I had the mountain biking. When I did the mountain biking, I was with the dude, his back brake was seized up. And I told him, I told him that, we could probably just bleed out the fluid and get that thing unseized. You'll be without a back brake, but who gives a shit? You're without a back brake now, really? I mean, it's always on the whole time, so it's a little ridiculous. Um, or maybe we can leave some of the pressure out, but he was like, oh no, I'll just bring it to the shop. I don't know. I'll never get stuck with problems like that. We got, people finally in the comment section here. I guess you can't see what's going on, so I will respond to them by words. But let's see. I don't know how to respond to that, so we'll just keep that there. It is funny. I just don't know how to respond to it. I'm not witty like that. That's something I lacked in my lifetime is the wittiness. How are you on the wittiness? I couldn't hear you. Damn. There. Yep. There he goes. Good old Twitch. You did it again. Thank you for your awesome service to us with your Twitch app. Yeah, we need to get something different. Yeah, came close to making pretty quiet. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Well, that would kind of... See, it's funny, anyways, I can't really fixate the show on the chat. But it's funny. Yes, you can make me quiet, but then the show would kind of be empty. I'm sure you don't want to look at my mug for no reason to hear things. But anyways, so the side of biking and things like that, like I say it's good. I'm gonna have a video out for that. And I'm still there's a lot of budget stuff, but man, I'm kind of running out of budget stuff you can get. I mean, you can get budget stupid things like bike bags and shit like that. But any components, man, there's just not much on the budget side of components. I kind of would love to take a fucking Walmart bike one day and upgrade the shit out of that. It'd be pretty awesome. And I'm sure everyone's had that idea, but I really would love to just take something and upgrade the living shit out of it and see what I could possibly do to it. Wouldn't that seem like how good can I make this for how cheap? Because I swear, you know what I'm noticing? There is more companies coming out with components with cheaper end stuff. That's just not putting on stuff. I don't know. Well, we got to see. There's some stuff to come up with that. But here's some big announcements. Let's get into the big announcements. I think I'm going to be bringing in a third host to the show. It's going to be the one that is going to be my new roommate. And this way, it's not just me talking to myself and you the whole time. It adds a little bit of a three-way conversation. I think it'll get a little more going on. And three different personalities. So it's maybe we'll ease it into just here and there, but I'd like to at least throw them in a couple episodes here and there. But we'll talk more about that. But regardless, I'm pretty sure regardless for a few episodes, no matter what, he's going to be here all the time, so might as well have him on part of the show. But it's my good old buddy Jimmy, my collarbone broken friend from, when he flew down that hill with nothing there. Yeah. No, I'm not even shitting you. There was nothing there. We still don't know every time we go there, no matter who I go with. We all have no fucking clue what in the hell he hit and fell on and broke his collarbone. So, yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on in my chat, but I'm going to have to catch up with some people later on things that are completely different than the show. So, getting back to the show. Yeah, so have you thought of anything cool to buy for your for any of your new toys here?
I've been buying a bunch of stuff, really.
What have you been getting?
I have to get new grips, new seat. I got a battery tender, USB plug-in ports to charge my phone and my Bluetooth device. I got grips bolter, of course. I had to put the saddlebags on a little bit ago. Odds and ends to go into the saddlebag, securement locks, shit like that.
Oh yeah. Oof. Um. You know. Hmm. That's a lot of stuff to go on. That's.
The
Oh, that's the thing.
communication line. Yeah.
That's the thing. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That thing is. Oof, that's pretty wild. Um. Shit, man. I love gadgets. I fucking love gadgets. Gadgets are so fun. Look at that shit. Now, is it really that hot in helmets? Oh, damn, that looks badass. Yeah, he's like, yes, it is. Yes, yes, it is. Okay, so like, what would you do like if it gets that hot? Oh, I see. I see the unit. Oh shit, that's really cool. And it's just got a boom mic that comes out. That's awesome, dude.
Yeah, so I can have the phone. I can listen to FM or my own music on my phone, or talk to Sazi, of
Yeah,
course. So
yeah. That's freaking badass. Now I see the vents and stuff, but like, what if you open up your visor? Does it help out? Yeah, does that help out with the when it gets hot in there?
not not a whole lot, but somewhat.
Huh. I'm really mad that they don't have those stupid uh courses anymore with the whole setup. It's upsetting. I really wanted to do that. Now the one thing I don't think I could. I'm running into a little bit of a problem alone on the mountain bike, and I think I'm going to run into the same problem on a motorcycle. I think I'm developing carpal tunnel syndrome. It's pretty serious in the right hand. It's pretty apparent. I like, especially if I'm grabbing, if I'm holding something, around, especially like any kind of handlebar or anything like that. My whole hand goes numb, really, for the most part. It's sometimes on the computer, but mainly if I'm holding on to a handlebar, my right hand goes numb as shit. I mean, that is carpal tunnel, isn't it?
I'm not really sure what exactly is carpal tunnel.
I'm pretty sure that's from what I understand, because I can't explain anything else of why that would be. Now there is some ergonomic grips I was thinking about getting, which I think that can help, but I don't know how that would work on a motorcycle side. I honestly think it would kind of be cool on a motorcycle side to have ergo grips because they have a little spot where your palm bumps out a little bit. So imagine, you just using that. That would actually be nice and easy to twist. You wouldn't exactly need to pull to twist. You just kind of push to twist. You know what I mean? It'd be
Yeah,
like,
that.
huh? What was that?
I've got that.
You do have that. Okay. So they make them ergo grips now on the motorcycles. That's nice.
They've had them since the '60s.
I mean, I wasn't saying that they never had them, but I guess it's a normal thing on bikes. Although that's what you just bought. It's not a normal thing that comes with them, right?
No, but they're easy to purchase and all that, unless you already have cruise control on your motorcycle.
Yeah, you know what? Yeah. I think that's what I would need if I ever got a bike. Would be ergo handlebar. That's what I need to get for them. I think they're about like $30 a mountain bike. So that's what I'll look. I really need new bars because man, I'll tell you when shit gets hairy, fucking hands don't want to stay on with these stupid handlebar grips that they got now. But
You want some larger grips. Like it's my on the bike, they're too thin. They're only that big around. So the ones I got now are closer to that. So my hands sit on a lot easier, and I don't have the cramped in.
well, did you see what they got now? Is they're silicone foam grips. It's kind of nuts, man. It's almost like memory foam grips, but they're these big fucking. They got a good size to them, but they just like sink in your hand. It's supposed to be really nice. I want to check them out. They look like something that would be, something off of a toy like a Walmart bike, but they're not. From what I understand, they're not. They're really up there with lock-on grips in the mountain biking world. So I would imagine. I don't know if they have those really on motorcycles though, but they're big, fucking cushiony things. I gotta get new ones for my bike though, because maybe that'll make all the difference. I really want to try those ergo grips that they make. You know, uh, that brings me to my other thing though. So, like I said, I want to try to bring in Jimmy sometimes to come on the show, especially because when he gets back biking, you know, he should be coming. He should be biking soon again. So that'll be good. But he'll be on the show. We'll be talking about some stuff of where we go and things like that. So that'll be really cool. But I think I'm getting surgery this year. Again, after I go on vacation and all that, and the winter hits and I can't ride the bike anymore. My tailbone. Remember, I have that tailbone issue.
Right.
Well, it's getting bad again. It's starting to feel like fluid is building up in the tailbone and stuff again. So I don't want to be out. And luckily, like, you know, I'm sure I can figure out some way to still work. Because I mean, if I don't work, I don't make money, and I definitely need to make money. But I don't think it'll be anywhere near as bad as the first surgery where I was out for quite some time. But they definitely need to fix the butcher job that was done on me, and hopefully, you know, fix my problem this time. I don't know. You as a trucker, you're very familiar, I'm sure, with people who get pilonidal cysts. It's a very big thing. Really? That's from what I understand. It's actually really big. Most people who get it are actually truckers, are drivers.
Could be, I guess. I don't really ask what my coworkers' asses, and I don't have that problem, so I don't know.
Well, I guess the best way. Hey, we're all men. In X-rated videos, women tend to have this a lot. It looks like a little pinhole on near the tailbone. Okay, it's the best way I can explain it. Some people have it, some people don't. I have that, and like if people who tend to sit a lot, it tends to get, you know, messed up because of that, like being able to introduce stuff in. Yeah. So yeah, you'll like, I swear you'll see it next one time and you'll be like, I see what he's talking about. Yeah. Hey, like I said, certain videos, girls tend to have that a lot. Anyway, so that's the big thing. I'm gonna have to definitely get some kind of surgery on that. So I'm gonna be out of commission for a little bit. Whose bike is faster, by the way? Is it yours or Sazi's?
Oh, it's mine by far.
Really?
Mine far.
Wow. Expect that. How about what do you think of a Harley Fat Boy? Those have always been my favorite.
I mean, I could see the appeal of them, I guess. I don't know. I like the way the Indians look a little bit better, for my personal choice.
No, of course. I remember Harleys back in the day used to be very big on rattle. Like, they would rattle so much, they'd have such a hard rattle to them that they would have oil leak problems. I mean, that's back in the day. You know, I don't know if that's still something common. You know, it's kind of like people still associate the fire. Remember the Firestone tire problem that happened with the exploding tires? People still associate that with Firestone tires today. You know, you put Generals on your car, right? How do you like in the Generals? Their tires.
They're just fine. They're tires.
Yeah.
I don't hate them. I don't, but I'm not going head over heels about them. But they're not bad. They were good for the price.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, General tires got a really bad rap back in the day. Oh shit, we lost him. Ah. Well, anyways, for the people, General. What happened to the YouTube videos? Okay. I think let me see if I can get Tooth back on here. Let's answer from the thing here. So Giles says, what happened with YouTube videos? Too busy to make them or just taking a break? I guess it's more of a just taking a break. Didn't really know where I wanted to go with this. Let me try to end this call. We're still going to be live, but we'll try this again. Okay. There it goes. Okay, perfect. So, there we are. We're back. Hello. There we go again. So, the reason I haven't really made anything is because I really was looking at direction of the channel. I didn't know what to do, and because Ready Set Game, I kind of boxed myself in the corner when I made this name. When I made Ready Set Game, all I had in my mind was gaming. Obviously, I don't want to do that now, but I finally realized, like a good example is Review Tech USA, um, and like he doesn't review tech, but he has tons of people. So I said to myself, well, maybe I don't really exactly need to change the name, and I think I'm changing the theme of the channel to, yes, Ready Set Game. Life is a game. Play it right. Something along those lines. I don't know if I want to call life a game, so uh, uh, life's like or maybe something like life's like a game. Play it right. Something of that nature. Um, but yeah, basically, I just took a break. Didn't know what kind of stuff to make. Uh, DIY videos was really tough to find anything to do because, I mean, without having my own place, I can't really do too crazy stuff. But now, I guess the overall goal of the YouTube channel is to mainly do products, review products, and daily life kind of things. Get you out doing things. Get you build, whether it's building stuff, buying stuff, helping you with problems, helping you with things, and just trying to make some kind of entertainment for things. That's basically it. The goal of the YouTube channel at this point is to almost put like a timestamp in history for me. I can always mainly go back and be like, hey, look, this is shit I used to do back in the day. Uh, you know, Maybe it'll pay off for me. Maybe it won't. Not sure. I will eventually have a Patreon. If things really start picking up, then that's awesome. And there's nothing saying that it can't pick up. But overall, I want this channel to be entertaining more. And I'm trying to be more creative with stuff like that. And that's where I think the mountain biking is really fun. It's a lot more fun, I think, of videos and just in general than just some of the other stuff I was making. Like if you just sat there and did a vlog in front of crap. So I mean, I overall just think it's the overall channel goal is to make it entertaining, somewhere to go where you can watch, find out about products, or maybe just get ideas of shit to do. Basically, that's about it. So, I guess that really sums that all up. There's not really much else that I need to go on here. I think the show is basically wrapping up for the most part. We're mainly talking about stuff that you bought for your motorcycle, which it looks like you've got some really cool stuff there. Man, like I'm guessing that's why people wear those helmets with where they barely protect anything. You know the ones I'm talking about, right? What are those helmets called, too?
What, the half shells?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you got to realize that wearing that, I mean, maybe you're protecting something, but I can't imagine too much. I mean, do you think those things really will help that much if something happens?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not going to be as much as a full around, but you can also see a lot better. You can hear things a lot better. But the half shells aren't bad to have. I've actually got one that's coming Tuesday to take
Right.
to and from, so I don't have to wear the larger helmet all the time.
Okay. Now, in your opinion, how do you think the bug situation is going to be in a half shell?
It's going to suck.
Are the bugs really that bad on a bike?
Certain areas and certain speeds. Otherwise, you don't really get it. If you're just kind of cruising around normal city type shit, usually not as bad. But once you start getting out there, it starts hitting you.
See, it's like you have a different climate so much, man. I couldn't even imagine riding a half shell in our climate, man. Holy shit, I couldn't. If you just saw my fucking room alone, okay, with these gnats, sometimes it's actually crazy. So in the windowsill, like on certain nights, if I have like the light on, the windowsill will literally fill with a sea of gnats. It'll look like just a sea of yellow things just down there. And then they'll stay in there until it's too hot, and then I'll just have a sea of dead gnats. Just a huge pile of them right outside the window. It's insane. And I just think about, like, in New York, you know how many there are? You know how much would be in your face if you tried to wear a half shell in New York? Holy shit. I mean, people do it, but man, that's gotta be hell. Hell, 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 hell. What do you think of people who ride with no helmet?
I don't really care. It's their choice.
I'm going to go ahead and I will say I'm going to call them a moron. You can say whatever you want. I'm going to call you that. Just like when I take friends with me, I'll give you... I had a friend who came with me to the place I go to, Blue Mountain. First time he went and goes, yeah, they don't make you wear a helmet. I'm not going to wear a helmet. He fell off twice during that ride. Safe to say he's never ridden there with me again without a helmet. So, I mean, look, I have no problem calling someone a moron for riding without a helmet. There's just some shit you don't do. I'll call skateboarders that too, man. You know, I watch skateboarders all the time trying the most, like, fucking gnarly ass tricks. No helmet. The fuck's up with that? I don't get this shit. Like, do people just not care? But it's funny, in the biking world, though, they don't play that game. In the mountain biking world, every single person's always like, yeah, get that fucking helmet. Like, I don't know. Unlike skater, like, I'm sure there's people that do it. But I've yet to come across a mountain bike. You don't need that shit. It's actually like a true mountain. Never came across that. You don't need that shit. Skateboarders, yes. BMXers, yes. Mountain biker, no. Even a fruit booter, as they would call them, or like as they called me, because I used to ride ride skates. Same thing. Didn't need a helmet. People wouldn't always ride with a helmet. I didn't. But when it comes to the mountain bike, man, people don't screw around with that shit. So it has me wondering, why do people, with all that speed, man, that's scary. Like, I don't hear of any friends with dirt bikes riding without helmets. When have you heard of your friends with dirt bikes riding without helmets?
I don't have friends with dirt bikes.
Well, I've got a lot of friends with dirt bikes, and I'm sure they've done it, but I've never seen them ever advocate for it or do it as a norm. No. Heroes in a half shell, motherfucker. That's funny. Okay. But I like I said, I've never seen them do it. They never advocated for it. But like I said, skateboarders, constantly. No helmet. Crazy ass tricks. BMXers, no helmet. Crazy ass tricks. I've seen half of those, though. More BMXers will wear them than skateboarders. Skateboarders just like, fuck that shit. We don't need no helmet. Meanwhile, the fucking board's flying around. They're going down like a goddamn slide, a building worth of stairs. And they're just like, all right, well, little Timmy cracked his head open today. Don't know why. Anyways, you get the point. I think it's crazy people riding a motorcycle without a helmet. I can't think of even riding my mountain bike without a helmet. So to be on one big thing of sandpaper, like I said, the one guy describes it, be on one big thing of sandpaper with a motor under me and two wheels, and I could fly off. Yeah, I don't know about that. I think I've wrapped it all up, though. I think I'm done with anything I need to shout out on here for the OTC news and stuff that's going on. Other than, like I said, get ready, people, for a video on a bike repair stand tomorrow. But you got anything else to add?
No, I think I'm pretty well good.
All right, well, hey, I think that wraps it up for this week. So as you all know, make sure you follow Ready Set Game Twitter. There you go. Twitter, Ready Set Game 87, right above there. Then you got twitch.tv/Ready Set Game 87, where this gets on every Sunday as long as the internet holds up. And hopefully we can find a different program, because this program is starting to suck. So we can continue the Sunday thing. every Sunday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And yeah, you can like, share, favorite, comment, dislike, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below, and so we know what's going on. But that wraps it up. We're good to go. Thank you all for watching RSG OTC. We will see you next time. Peace, everyone.